Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well today. So for this video discussion, we are here to talk about what is psychopathology and what is our Christian worldview on abnormalities and what is the secular view of abnormalities. So when I was preparing for this video, I was looking up what is psychopathology and I came across this really great article that gave a wonderful definition. And the article was a network analyst transformed psychopathology, and it's the definition that they gave is it's the path which allows us to gain knowledge about mental disorders, and I absolutely love that. It's how we are able to. It reminded me of when someone comes to see you and with a problem, but there's something that they're just wanting to talk about the symptoms of a problem, but there's something under it that is completely driving why they are there. It has nothing to do with what they're speaking about. And so it's a pathway, it's the open door. So it's like an investigation, a study of what the different mental disorders and why people respond, react, and operate the way they do. So what I wanted to do is go into the secular worldview of what abnormalities are, and what I come to find is that it strictly falls more under the science of how the brain operates and how it develops. Our text even says that some researchers have focused on the possibility that the neurotransmitter receptors are at fault in some disorders, and that's just one part of why why a brain would operate the way it would when it comes to depression or anxiety or fear. Another journal article that I read, it was the neuroanatomical abnormalities in the first episode of Psychosis Across Independent Sample. And in this study, it was about, they gathered a group of people who were dealing with schizophrenia. And they did all these different tests to find out why they are operating the way they're operating. And after scans and studies, they discovered, that their brain, it decreased in size in their front lobe, their insular, their occipital regions. So their brain wasn't fully developed, and that's why they were reacting and have the abnormalities that they do, because their brain wasn't operating to its full capacity. When it comes to my Christian worldview of abnormalities, I think it has to do with both the science and the development of the brain and the spiritual side. There's many things in the Bible that talks about, if you behave this way, then this will happen. I mean, just scripture after scripture, if you go through the Old Testament, that's one of my favorite things to follow, because it's like, if you follow my ways, then this will happen. But sin entered the world, and not everybody follows God's ways. So if somebody starts drinking and starts going and staying up late, that can push them into a psychotic state of mania, or have these different tendencies that'll come from that just because of those choices that they are making. So that's one side of it, and it can be the science. So I think it plays both with each other. I love that our text said the environment shapes how our genes are expressed, and our genes also shape how our environment. So I mean, right there, that just confirms that it works together. Genesis 1:26 says that God said, "Let us make man in our image according to our likeness." And however, even though we were born in God's image, Psalms 51 says, "Behold, I was brought forth in iniquity, and in sin my mother conceived me." So we were created in God's image, but we were born in sin. So I believe that, yes, there are things that can cause abnormalities, but at the same time, our choices can drive us into a completely not healthy direction, causing our own abnormalities like fear, anxiety, depression. I teach a divorce recovery group, and my friend does in the same classroom, or the next classroom, they do grief with loss. But I've noticed that in these groups, if these things are not healed or worked on, they will create depression in their lives. And it's stuff that God needs to touch, God needs to heal, because I don't know, I guess I look without God, it'd be impossible for a true healing, a true and full healing. So I guess that's just how I look at it. I feel like God has given us a certain handle or a certain plate that we have to work off of life, but I feel like He has given us scripture after scripture of how to work through our own abnormalities, and He has given us the wisdom to do so. I'm not saying that's for every single case, but I believe that they both play together and they work together. So I hope you'll have a great night, and thank you. And I'm looking forward to this semester with you guys.